I reacted to her latest album, latest react or remix album. I was strongly recommended to react to her previous works, her first and only album that she put out, as well as her first EP. So we're going to listen to the EP first, which is the first project that came out back in 2021. It's a 10-song, 18-minute project. It's a mixtape. I say EP, but I should say mixtape because it's more tracks than a typical EP. And then we're going to move on to Heaven Knows after, which is a 13-song, 30-minute video. So that's the plan for today. And then, yeah. Yes, to hell with it. Oh my god, I remember Pink's anonymous era and then witnessing her reveal her face in this rollout. What do you mean anonymous era? Was she like just a pure voice and not a huh? I'm gonna need more context. Interesting. Okay. Give me a quick second. Okay, are we ready? Let's start the mixtape. The hell with it, with track number 1, Pain. That symbol is like taking me out. And also so much less auto-tune on her voice. Off the bat, it slightly reminds me of like the earlier work by Doja Cat a little bit. Just maybe. That symbol is like the exact symbol that you use when somebody swears and you want to cover it. And it's driving me insane. Like, oh, okay, well. Okay, now it's pitched down. Okay. Okay, so I mean, very straightforward context. You know, it'll be another relationship love type base of context. But that acts very much as an intro to the project, I feel. And we're gonna move on to. Okay. Huh. You know, one thing that I've never noticed until now is like how British she sounds in singing, which like there's a phenomenon like where a lot of British artists sing and they sound American, but like she almost speaks, so we hear the British accent. Okay. Interesting. I wonder why what she was lying about. Wow. Has a bit of a rock guitar to it. It's sort of like experimental in a way.
I should really take some time instead to figure why this plays out again and again.
Interesting. There's something that's really minimalist in the production, but super maximalist in the lyrics, in the sense of like those big dramatic, like I crashed my car, and like such exaggeration for such a like. There's a juxtaposition between the lyrics and the production, which really I find interesting.
The plot instead. To the walls, I know they listen to me. My teachers always called it a shame. They say I don't have passion the same as I did a few years before. They don't see the light there anymore. They call it sad, but they're the outside looking in. I mean, they can't understand when they all cope with everything. And then I open my heart in front of my friends finally. It was not what I thought.
Whoa. So far we have a lot of like dark topics and like rough times. Whoa. It's crazy how the production is hiding such a... It's like it has a bit of a steadiness, which represents like the monotony of life, and then it's like paired with lyrics that are so like rooted in despair and sadness that unless you pay attention to the lyrics, you don't notice it. But it's actually like this creates the effect of like you're dragging through life, and it's just pulling you through it.
I found the street of the house in which she stayed.
Ooh.
Diaries full of your name on every page. Cause I read somewhere you fall in love with me. I'll try and try again, one day you'll see. Your hair's under my pillow, so I sleep. And I'm dreaming of you leaving roses at my feet.
This is the beat I like the most so far.
I can't believe when you wipe your tears, do you wipe them just for me? Do you wipe them just for me?
Ooh.
I'm pleading on my knees, please. It's your touch that I need.
I kind of really like this track.
I was in my car. I wanted to come and see you from afar. If you turned around and saw me, I would die. I pretend I was a person driving by.
Wow.
Do you wanna hear it now? They bring your friends along to form a crowd. Cause I need to prove I wrote it just for you. What's the need for them and it could be just us two. I'm obsessed with you in a way I can't believe. When you wipe your tears, do you wipe them just for me? Do you wipe them just for me? I'm pleading
You know, those are the moments where like the high beat or the fast beat meets like the sad emotions. And it just creates this like type of feeling, you know, sentiment about the situation. But I like the softness of it. Did I make a mistake or say something wrong? Or maybe you have something that you want to let me know about this video. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. But please, be mindful what you leave there. My mom reads them sometimes. Sometimes. Psst. Maybe you didn't know, but I don't get paid for this. Yeah, mostly because of copyright issues. Yay, YouTube. But you know what you can do to support me? Become a member on my YouTube channel. And when you do that, as a bonus, you get access to all my unedited music video reactions, movie reactions, and TV show reactions. That is, if I'm not too embarrassed to share them after filming them. Anyway, you'll see. But I'm gonna say, those are so quickly, we're going through them.
It was only last week you said we don't really have that much in common. But what did you really get from it? We split in two, now you don't want me. Now it's the start of July. Thought that you broke my heart, and now every time that you see me you vanish. Cause you assumed you really mattered. But I was sound, I had a pattern. Now you were burden of mine. And did you notice I cried? But only just a little bit. Tell you I like things split down in the middle. Cause you're taking the side, not the side that I like. Because you know I can't lie when you're in my mind. You're too cruel to be kind, and I know that from experience. I can hear your replies, but it's maybe that I'm hearing. And I've heard all your lines, there's no lines that I like. So I'll take that as a sign, you're a burden of mine.
It's very interesting. It almost sounds like the precursor to Apple by Charlie XX, just by the reference of like, tell you I lied, then split down in the middle. It's a whole like idea of like opening up and sharing responsibility about something. And like I ideologically speaking, you know? Is that okay? Mm-hmm. You know who I'm also hearing in this? Tinashe. I don't know how much of an influence she might have been, but I'm definitely hearing some commonalities sonically speaking. Huh. I mean, other than like the comment that I had about, hold on, I'm gonna pause this just a little bit. What I said about Tinashe and the commonality, there's something, I mean, very much still the same things that I said before apply to this one. there's a like a I think there's a nonchalantness to her performance, which really is like interesting to me. Of like the focus is so not on the vocal performance, which is fine because it's a stylistic choice. But I don't know. It's like it's one of those like you really need to read the lyrics to fully understand the depth of a track like this and how broken one is communicating to be, and not just like listen to it because of like the melodies and how it sounds. Yeah. I mean, I know it's a mixtape. It's the beginning of her career. She was definitely young, I feel. She's born in uh I feel like she was born in like 2001, something like that, which means that it was a project that she released in when she was 20. Hold on. Let me check. I have a feeling that she might have produced it as well. Um mm, 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 mm. Let me. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I meant to do. Okay. Oh, yeah. She's in Aries as well. 19th of April. 2001. I was correct. So she was 20 when she released that project. I think that she produced it if I looked at the credits. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's a very interesting self-discovery. Like it paints a picture for everything that came afterwards. And I'm really excited to get into the album though. But yeah, now I'm like connecting all the things together, almost like a puzzle.
Did you ever want me? No,
Ooh.
it's just that I told my mom she thinks we're still going strong. She knows that I'm so fond of you that she can't ignore. How every day she knocks, but I don't answer my door.
Wow.
Every time I look outside my house, I try to make myself believe I can look at nature and feel good again. She just called and texted to say I want to talk, but I'm too scared to meet. Is that why you think the worst of me? Can you say we'll
Whoa.
make up? Why'd you say that? Why'd you break her? 'Cause I never got to teach myself at all how to not show myself, let go. All my friends know.
I kind of really like this beat for her though. It's very different from everything else I've heard from her.
Now we're living once apart. Now I've got you since I'm smart. Never got to teach myself at all. Now that all that's done and said, I see all the time I spend not talking to my best friend, 'cause I thought the worst of me.
And you know what? I really like how she breaks from the traditional like pop mold in terms of like chorus or structure of the song. Like we just had a piece that has like no typical structure of pop music, and I like that she experimented with that very early on. Hey Brendan, welcome. We are reacting to Pinkpantheress' earlier projects tonight. So there's this EP and then her debut album that we're doing after. And we're almost done with the mixtape as we speak. 19. That's the second to last track. Well, technically the last track on the regular version, and then there's a bonus track after.
Some days when I'm down just a little bit, I drop myself to the floor. It's not a problem if it hurts because I can't feel ache anymore.
Whoa.
Then you came back home because I wanted to see what's changed.
The drama with the strings is really interesting.
Everyone's gone, but I still feel the same. I wasn't meant to be this bored at night. My friend lived next to me. Now she
Very coming of age, this project.
you look differently.
Wow.
But I should have stayed at work because of the A-levels I failed.
Oh shit.
Cousin just told me that my favorite shop shut down. And my other one just told me that I've always got a frown. My mind's alone because I'm alone. 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 Wasn't meant to be.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not like I wouldn't necessarily go back to listen to the project because I saw your question, Brendan, and I'm finally getting to it. It's not that I would go back to the project, but it, like I mentioned a little earlier, it just, I'm understanding so much about Pinkpantheress and where she's coming from. Like a lot of things are clicking at the moment. I just can't wait to see if the album really does it the same way. Okay, now break it off, the bonus track. Immediately, once again, I have Tinashe vibes in my brain. I'm kind of seeing the production wise, and I know that Tinashe works on her own production as well. Oh, those like flashbacks to like trauma. Whoa. Yeah. Huh. It's like I almost want to say that it's like bedroom music, like very indie, but also there's an element to it that's like so like R&B coded, Tinashe coded, a little more like futuristic. That I'm like, it's not quite the bedroom pop that I want to refer to. But that kind of closes the project. To hell with it. I mean, I get it. It seems like the breakup was painful, and that it just so happened that at the same time she had a lot of distance with her friends and family, and like the you know, the closing of the 20s is closing of the 10s, I guess, closer you get to 20 is a major critical time in your life of like a lot of things changing, going from schooling to work, to really building your personality and forming yourself as a person, to really hone in on that personality you're developing and identity. And so it's a time of like reflection and sometimes crisis, unfortunately. And you know what, I'm not like a huge fan of the project as a personal take on it. However, I do feel like it captures what I just said really, really well, of like the feeling that I get is like a certain level of awkwardness that you kind of feel when you're like 18, 19, 20. And the music kind of really reflects that, and the choice of like the chords and the production and the really, really fast like tempos, but also this very raw production. So yeah, there's something that's really like I'm seeing the foundation where everything kind of stemmed from, and it's really, really interesting to me as a video to, or as a project to react to, and share, I guess, my take in a video. So yeah, okay, that was To Hell With It by Pinkpantheress. Wow, I had such a great time reacting to this project. At least, I certainly hope I did. I wouldn't know. If you leave a mean comment on one of my videos, don't worry. I definitely won't be crying myself to sleep at 3 a.m. in the bed that you see behind me. I'm not even kidding. I got bullied way too much as a kid to even feel anything nowadays. Be careful what you say in the comments. I'm known to be a little feisty over there. After all, I am an Aries. You've been warned. Do you think I stole this concept from Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet tour? Of course I didn't. I only sampled it, pitched it down, and filtered it to make it more my style. You know what? Careful, Ava Max. I am coming for your Sampling Queen title. Was that too much?